It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know. I will put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the JR Wisdom channel. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And if this is your first time checking out one of my videos, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button along with the bell. That way you receive all the notifications for all of my future videos. With that being said, let's hop right into it. So today I'm going to be covering this video that somehow came across my feed. Maybe someone shared it on social media or something. I can't exactly remember. But he's a gentleman, a fellow YouTuber. He's been putting out videos for a while. And he basically, I guess he's been asked this question a lot. Why is he 41 years old, unmarried, without kids? And this is something that many may consider a unicorn, if you will, a very rare rarity. And I hate to use unicorn, when we talk about dudes, but it is what it is. A very, very rare situation where you come across a guy like that. And it is common. It is very common, but you think just because you may be a black man in your 40s, something's wrong with you, or even in your 30s, if you're unmarried with no kids. Shout out to Marcus Brown, the Marcus Brown Experience. He's another fellow YouTuber. He goes into stuff like that as well. Not everybody wants kids. Not everybody wants to be married. So I'm going to give my commentary on it. I think it's a pretty cool video. I'll let you guys check it out. Let's see what he's talking about here. So let's jump right into it.
Back with another video. I'm currently lounging in a hotel room jacuzzi. I'm a shower man by nature. I don't think I've taken a bath in probably 20 years. So to see me submerged in water is a big deal. I don't swim. I don't jump in swimming pools. This is big for me. And this is about as far down as my head will ever go in this water. You will not catch your boy underwater. This is fully submerged for me. So it's kind of a big deal. But I rented this room, and I'm in this jacuzzi because I wanted to relax. I feel like now more than ever, we need to take every opportunity to relax that we can. And I lay my head out like this, like I'm in heaven. This is beautiful. Anyway, I figured, why waste this opportunity, this wonderful, relaxed opportunity? Why waste it? Why not make a video? The lighting's good. I'm chilling. I ain't got nothing else going on. So I figured I'd make a video. And in today's video, I want to talk about a topic that I've covered many times, but I get a lot of questions about it. So I figured I might want to do another full video on it so that new people who come to the channel, they get a lot of new subscribers. Hi, welcome. I'm Tim. Usually I have clothes on. New subscribers who come to the channel, they might want to know the answer to this question. So the question is, why, as a 41-year-old man, do I not have a wife and kids? And the next question is always well, do you want wife and kids? So I will say, when it comes to kids, to children.
I'm going to pause this because I'm just thinking about I forgot, Slink Johnson. He did a skit about men, taking baths, and it's not really a masculine thing nowadays. Supposedly his skeet sacks is not supposed to be, floating to the top of the water. He's not supposed to be in a bath. He's supposed to be in a shower where, the water drips down naturally and stuff like that. So I just thought about that just now, man. It's crazy as hell. Anyway, he's first time in 20 years. So, yeah.
I unequivocally do not want kids. Okay? I unequivocally do not want children or kids. Now, I kind of never, the reason I don't have them now is because I never really wanted them. There was a time in my life when I was out in the streets where I was like, if it happens, I'm cool with it. And I did have a couple scares in my 20s. I did have a couple scares. Turned out the kid was not mine. Straight up Billie Jean. Straight up Billie Jean.
You cracking yourself up, man.
It was not my son. A couple times that happens. Any of y'all know who've been out there, putting in work, thotting it up maybe when you was younger. This is part of the game. It happens. And at that time, at least in one of those scares, I was like, I actually was like, if this is what the universe decides needs to happen, I'm cool with it. And I kind of started looking forward to it in one of them, but like I said, turned out it wasn't mine. But after that, once I got to 30, I'm like, nah, I don't want no kids. I don't like. I never. The thought of legacy means nothing to me. Like a lot of people want kids because they want to pass something. They want the family name to continue. I don't care.
And that's becoming something that's more and more common, that especially for men, a lot of times we want our legacy to continue. That's basically one of the reasons why we procreate, why we try to sleep with as many, well, naturally, I guess, biologically and evolutionary wise, why we have this inclination to mate with as many women as possible to have a legacy. But some guys and even some women now just don't care about having kids. They're perfectly fine with their lineage ending with them. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to, it's up to you. It just seems like as time is progressing, this is becoming more and more the norm.
Sorry, pops, but sorry, dad, but the family name is not going to continue for me. I don't have a brother, so it's probably going to stop here. And to me, that I don't care enough about this. I love my family, but I don't care enough about stuff like that for me to raise kids for like 18 years, probably more like 28 years these days, because the kids don't move out the house, which I don't blame them. But I just never saw the point. Don't care about legacy. I don't care about cheap labor around the house. A lot of people's like, well, who's going to take care of you when you get older? The same thing that takes care of me now. The universe has got me. God has got me.
I feel the same way, and I think that's a selfish reason to have children. You hear a lot of the older crowd say this: "Who's going to take care of you when you get older? Don't you want to have some kids so that they can take care of you? They can wipe your butt, they can feed you." I feel the same way that he does. Even though I have kids, I have 6 kids at the end of the day, but I didn't have kids and still don't want my kids to take care of me. If I get to the point where I'm an invalid and I no longer can take care of myself, I don't want to be on this earth anymore. That's just how it is. I don't care what age that is, whether that be in a few years from now, in my 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever point I can no longer take care of myself, I want to no longer be on this earth. That's just my thought. So I don't want my kids to take care of me. I don't want to be a burden to my children. I just want to live my life as long as I'm able to function properly as a human being, and that be that.
I don't think he's going to stop at like 60 and be like, well, you should have had kids. So I'm a grown man. I intend to, by the grace of God and with the power that I have through the universe, take care of myself until death, hopefully. And if not, well, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Not going to make decisions in my life based on what ifs. What if you get old? What if not? Kids are expensive. They're dirty. They're grimy. They talk back. You got to feed them every day. It's just like, it just never appeals to me. Some people, that's all they want to do is have kids. I get that. Have them. But kids never appeal to me. So blessed that I never had any. And now that I'm 40, 41, I ain't trying to have kids and be like on Social Security at my kid's graduation. At my kid's like high school graduation. No, I'm not doing it. So we're done with that. And honestly, when you get a certain age, a lot of guys won't admit this, but the machinery don't exactly rev up and run like it used to. The lawnmower starts, but it don't really cut the whole yard.
No, I'm not trying to live my life like that either. If I get to that point, where the lawnmower starts, but it don't cut the whole yard, maybe not cut the yard as effective as it should be, but I'm still trying to, keep myself. And that's why, our health, especially as men, is so important, and stay off all these meds and things like that. So, yeah.
Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it no more. So that's kids. Never want any, don't want any now. Hands down, like, now it comes to life. This is a little different. First, I will say I don't think I will ever have a wife because I don't really understand this ideal of marriage as we see it. And marriage as we see it now involves signing paperwork at the courthouse, having a marriage license, getting the government involved. I don't understand why, if I find true love, I need to get the local government, the local constabulary involved. Love is one of the greatest forces in the universe. I feel like it cheapens it by making it legal. Like, why do I need to like get the law involved with my love life? Not doing it. So I don't think I will ever. And I'm sweating in here. What? Ooh, this is good. I'm sweating. These pores are getting opened up. I'm sweating. This is good. So yeah, I don't want to get the authorities involved in my love life. Never have, never will. Now, I'm not against finding a life partner. If I find a woman and like she wants to be in my life, I want to be in her life, and we stay together till the end of our life, cool. I'm cool with that. Also, too, one of the things with marriage, I think it makes it very final. It's like I just don't like putting like labels and like pressure. If I find somebody to be in my life, wants to spend time with me, I don't ever want to. This is just me personally. I understand the other side of it, but I personally don't want to like for richer, for poorer, till death do us part. No, if that happens, cool.
I agree with him on that. If you've ever, for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know I've done several videos about marriage, about my divorce, my experience, and why I will most likely never get married again is because it is one of the most traumatic experiences that you can go through as a divorce. And the fact that grown adults can turn into children at that point and argue and try to hold on. I believe that we're on a journey in this life, and relationships expire. You're no longer friends with the people that you were friends with in elementary school, kindergarten, high school. That time has elapsed. That season has gone by, and some people you just aren't meant, in my opinion. You aren't meant to be together forever. Things get old. People get old. You know, you move on. Life goes on at the end of the day. That's one thing that is a constant, is change. Nothing is more consistent except for change. So I don't believe that the government should be tied or involved in any relationship that you do have, and basically can potentially put you in jail if you don't do what they say. This being in this relationship could potentially put you in jail, not for anything you do as far as violence or, you know, anything, you know, criminally, but just in terms of if you don't do what this judge says, you know, you could be put in prison or arrested. If you don't pay these bills, they can force you out of your own home. So yeah, it's definitely not a good deal.
But if we're together 5 years and then she wants to move on, I want to make it as easy for her as possible. If after 5 years we agree, yeah, this isn't working out, you know, it was fun, but let's go like date other people, cool. I don't want to have any strings attached with the government laws. Now we've got to get it over. Come on. You know going into marriage that if it goes wrong, you're going to have to go through a nasty divorce. I don't want that. That just doesn't make sense to me.
I was told there's no such thing as an amicable divorce for the most part. Somebody's going to want to hold on. Somebody's going to want to stay together. Somebody's going to want to stretch the process out. And it's just not fair that you should have to be tied to someone and go through the BS. If you guys know my story, y'all know the BS I went through trying to get divorced from someone that left me and the kids. Left me, I was with the kids. She left me and she still wouldn't sign the divorce paperwork. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
So as far as marriage, definitely not going to have it on paper. As far as finding someone to be in my life, I kind of take that on a day-to-day basis. You meet someone, you get together, you know, you'll have fun, and that lasts as long as it lasts. If it's a year, cool. If it's 5 years, cool. If it's until we're 80s and we die side by side, cool. I just don't like to put like restrictions on love or be like, oh, this love has to last. Like, I just don't. Y'all know me, I'm not big on labels, I'm not big on rules, and it just seems like marriage is one big rule, one big label. It's so much work. Now, I want my life to be as carefree as possible. I don't want anyone to stay with me and stay in my life because they don't want to go through divorce. I want whoever's in my life, the moment she decides she doesn't want to be with me, to be able to be like, I don't want to be with you anymore.
That's exactly how I feel. The moment you feel like you want to be with somebody else, or you feel like somebody else can do better, go. I've tried to hold on to someone before that didn't want that, and it just doesn't work. And why would you want to stay with someone that doesn't want to be with you? That's what I've always wondered after the fact. And that's when a lot of times where that light bulb will go off, when you realize, why would I want somebody to be with me that doesn't want to be with me? There's someone out there for them that's waiting on them. So let them go, let them be happy.
Yes, it might hurt. Yes, I will cry. Yes, I will cry. You will not see me for 3 months. Trust me. If a 5-year breakup goes bad. But it is what it is. So those are my thoughts on kids and marriage. That is why I say I will never get married. Hopefully I will never have kids. Not really. A lot of people are like, are you MGTOW? Once again, that's a label. Am I a man going his own way? Yes. But I believe everybody, men, women, children, everyone should go their own way. Every person should go their own way. So I wouldn't really call myself MGTOW. It's not a statement I'm making. It's nothing against women. Why I say I'd never get married. I love women. Anyone who knows me knows this. Love women. And if the right one comes along that wants to be in my life long term, I'm open to it. But if 5 or 6 come along and just want to be in my life for a year or two, I'm open to that too. So those are my thoughts on that. Just wanted to make a video about it. You got it, folks. If you don't have a jacuzzi at the cribbo, find you a hotel nearby.
At the cribbo.
And just relax.
So guys, there you have it. Timothy Ward. I couldn't agree with him more. He made some strong points. He's 41 years old. He's only a few years older than me. He's, experienced. He's lived life. Maybe he had someone early on. Maybe he came to the realization by himself. People like me, I learned the hard way. I was raised by a single mother. I didn't have, certain people to look at as far as what a stable family was. So I've always wanted a family. So I got married early, but hey, it was a learning experience. Life goes on, guys. Life goes on. It's not for everybody. Some people want kids, some people don't. He just happens to be one of those people, and maybe he's living his best life because of that. I have kids. I'm still living my best life. I still travel several times a year. I have a great career despite having children. I can't say the same for some people. Some people don't have any kids and they still haven't gone that far, which is still subjective what successful is. Some people still have not progressed that far, but at the end of the day, they could be happy too. So with that being said, cool video, 41-year-old guy. It's not abnormal, especially for black males here in America, as far as having children out of wedlock and marriage. It's not uncommon. We're out there. So not that I got kids, but I mean, just as far as black men. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts below. Let me hear your comments on this video. Let me hear what you think about it. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a one-on-one with yours truly, make sure you guys hit me on Calendly. The link is in the description. If you haven't picked up one of my books, they're all on jrosswriting.com. The link is also in the description. If you got any topics you'd like me to discuss, please feel free to comment them below. And with that being said, peace be upon you guys, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.